So today, I went outside onto my front porch, and I was just thinking, it's going to be about a week before that conspiracy pallet gets here. There's no way it'll be here soon. And then I looked over, there she was, already sitting on my porch waiting for me. I only got the big pallet, that's all I wanted. And, well, I might get the mini later, but I didn't want any of the other stuff. I'm not a big liquid lip fan, and I don't want a pig mirror so people can see it and be like, that's a pig. Same with the purses and backpack and stuff. So I have already opened this just to make sure it wasn't broken so I didn't cry on camera. And here she is. So let me know if these lights bother anybody. I might turn them off anyway, but oh, how cute. I didn't notice that this little part was pink. Can you see it? No. Okay. So I'm not going anywhere. It's 7 o'clock at night. I am just gonna play around with this and let you know what I think. We've all already seen the packaging. We've already seen all the little stampies. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So let's just do the dang thing. Did I just move that? If you can hear my dogs, they're being crazy behind me. Stop. They're not gonna stop. I say stop. They're not gonna. They're like, yeah, okay, nice try. But I do have a 3 looks 1 palette coming out with the Tati Beauty palette. I don't know if it's like taboo for me to mention these in the same video, but that was supposed to be up tonight, but I'm gonna hold off on that. This came in the mail. We're just gonna do the dang thing. So I think I'm gonna do 2 different looks on my eyes just because, for fun. I'm gonna start off with food videos though, because that's the shade we all care about, right? I'm gonna try not to ruin the stamps that are in the pans, but you know. Alright, which eye should I do? This one? I am not gonna prime my eyes. I don't normally prime my eyes. So in order for me to see, let's swatch this. Excuse me, light. Why are you being annoying now? Okay, let's not swatch it. Okay. I've never tried Jeffree Star's formula, so I have nothing to base this off of. I am a fan of Shane Dawson, so it might be a little biased. I don't know. Let's use some Ranch, which is that shiny white shade. Just right on the top of that. To kind of highlight my brow bone. I like how I just jumped right in. Like, no. Do we really need a preface? It's the biggest makeup launch of the year. They broke the internet, for God's sake. Okay, so I've got food videos down. I am going in with a light hand. I'm sure I could make this much more pigmented, but I don't want it to be. Now let's go into cheese dust. Looks like cheese dust to me. I don't like Cheetos. Fun fact, I don't like Cheetos. Get this box out of my freaking way. Okay. I'll pick that up later. Also, fun fact, I just cleaned this whole room around me and organized my makeup. So let me know if you want to see my little setup here. Are these lights bothering anyone? I like them. Should I just make them a solid color? What about red? It's kind of neat. Wow, I just got sidetracked. And that's my attention span for you. Okay. Just put cheese dust on. Looks like cheese dust to me. Which I've already said Rufus. Can you not? Thank you. My dogs like have extreme allergies. Well, one of them does. And he likes to be itching all day. Itching. Alright, this is flaming hot. I'm just going to put that kind of over cheese dust. Change the shade just a little bit. Not too much. I'm like dipping into the very corners of them because I don't want to ruin the stamping. Alright. Okay. I'm going to pick a different brush for a second. Just a little one that's a little more dense. I'm trying to make sure it's not dirty. It's not. It's just stained. I'm going to go into Not Effect, which is that burgundy shade. I'm going to really put that in the crease. Alright. I'm a pretty big fan of this shade, I'm not going to lie. Look at that. Look how easy that was. I really want it to be pretty dark. Oh my gosh, ignore him. Who even invited you to this party? I'm all broken out right here. Poor me. I'm only 7 minutes in from my intro. I'm like done. Put that orange back in here just to blend that out. Even though I'm sure I don't need to. In fact, let's just swatch the color. This is Illuminati. Let's see if I know how to swatch anything now. I think I'm going to put this on my lid. Well, we won't know if we like it till we try it. Anyway, but I am going to use my NYX Glitter Primer. Because I normally would. Not that I want to give it a fair shot, because I'm sure it's great, but I want to be as objective as I can. This is like a silicone sponge. I don't think silicone is ever a sponge. So far, the quality is there. The pigment is there. For sure. I'm kind of doing a fake cut crease with this glitter primer. Why are none of my brushes clean? Where's the brush cleaning fairy when you need her? Here's a clean one. Alright. Let's just do the dang thing. That's a very pretty color. It's like a deep forest green shimmer. Alright, I'm going to see my blending brush. I'm going to go back into that maroon color, that burgundy color. Get this off my hand before I get it all over my face. I'm just going to run that at the top here. Oh my gosh, they really did that. That's really pretty. let me jump off camera and put this brow on, and we'll keep going. Okay, I did go ahead and do both brows for the sake of brows, you know. I used the Anastasia dip brow because I like it. That's why. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of Conspiracy, which is a lighter green color, right in the center of that. Make sure it really blends into that darker color. What do we think about her? Okay. Let's move on to the other side for now. I'm going to try to do like a more neutral look on that side, I think. Yeah, just a different look, probably. Not that you can't do a neutral look. I'm going into Tanacon. Just going to put that down in my crease. And then I'm going to go into Diet Root Beer, which is right next to it, just a little bit darker. Honestly, they're coming off the same shade on my eye. Unless that Tanacon just isn't allowing this one to lay down. That's okay. How could I deepen that up without using the black? I'm going to go mix spiraling into it. There's a little bit of kick up, but still nothing. Just that same color. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see here. I'm probably going to go into My Pills and just really blend that out at the top. Maybe even into Ranch at the brow bone. I'm not very much of a brow bone highlight kind of girl, but I feel like this is getting a little out of control up by the brow. So, alright, let's go into spiraling, which is, I don't even know how to explain it, maybe like a gunmetal. Put that on the, man, I really can't deepen this crease up. I'm gonna have to wipe this off and start again. Okay, starting over. Sometimes that's not a bad thing. It's just that sometimes higher end, like matte, creamy color shades, like light or pastel shades, they don't let you put a color on top of them. So you really have to like plan for that and darken up the crease beforehand. See, this is the shade that I was trying to put on my eye. That wouldn't go over that. So let's darken up the crease beforehand. It's blending out pretty nicely. This is just kind of like a trick of the trade. You just kind of learn to do this, the darkening first, before you put down other shades. Just by playing around. Some people are just kind of like, oh, this shade doesn't work, but it has a lot to do with what's underneath it too, so. Just deepen up the crease first. Man, I really love a smoky eye on me with this dark hair. Okay, now I'm going to go into Diet Root Beer, which is the brown shade. We'll put that over top. Yep, that was the issue. The creme shades are just too pigmented. I mean, they're not, it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes you have to go into the darker shades first. Okay. I'm just gonna put that over that too, just to make it more of a brown color. And then I'm going to go into the black, because I love me a good black shadow, and I'm going to really deepen that up on the outside and on the inside of that crease. Very pigmented. I would say it's a good equivalent to the Tati black. I know that in my Tati video I say this is the best black I've ever used, but I would say these are equal. There's neither one of them's better than the other. They're the same. Okay. And I think on the lid, I'm going to use Sleep Paralysis, which is another really silvery gunmetal shade. So let's try that. I am going to use a primer just to give it, you know, see how it compares to how I usually do my makeup. I'm going to do just a half fake cut crease on this side. Make sure that gets really tacky. And then I'm going to take a dense brush like I did with the other side. If I can find another clean one, because you know, that's the hardest part. I couldn't. Let's go in to Sleep Paralysis. You can't tell here, but it's really a beautiful shade. It's like almost a lavender gray color with like a yellow shift, a yellow duochrome situation. Okay. So I am going to lay that on top of the black, but I didn't want to put the primer on it because I want the black to show through it back there, if that makes sense. Okay, so I am going to put foundation on, and I will be right back to finish up the under eyes. So I actually used the shade Pigment as my blush, just very lightly. And I used the shade Just a Theory mixed with a little bit of Ranch as my highlight, which is what you can see pretty much all over my face. And I used Diet Root Beer as a bronzer. This is just my powder brush. Getting a little bit of that shine out of there because I'm all shiny, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up this eye here. I'm going to go in with that maroon shade on the bottom. And really make sure that connects to this. And then I'm going to smoke it out with just a little bit of the Illuminati shade, which is that teal. Okay. I am going to go ahead and put some black liner on that side. Probably will on this other side too. Just to really keep that looking deep. Because I like the darkness of it. So just kind of smoke that out like that. Alright, I'm going to dip back into food videos, which is that yellow. I feel like I've lost a little bit of that up top. Alright. I've got too much of it. Too much. I really like this shade, this burgundy shade, a lot. Let me stop looking at my own face and get this done. I'm going to put on some black liner. This is a Swerve from ColourPop, one of their gel cream liners. Creme gel or whatever the heck they are. And then I'm going to take the shade on my lid and smoke that out. And I'm going to dip back into the black and just make sure I don't lose any of the darkness out in that corner, because sometimes I do. And last, I'm going to go into Diet Root Beer again, which is this shade, and just smoke out that outer corner. And then let's put on some mascara, and then we can talk about what just happened to my face. You guys thought I was really going to forget my inner corner highlight. I'm going to use Diet Cola on the inner corner. It's a silver on this side. That is very bright. And on the other side, I think I'm going to go ahead and use food videos, which is that yellow. I hate it. Alright, let's put ranch over top of it. There we go. That's more of the color I was hoping for. Okay, now let's put on some mascara. So, I really like this palette. There's just like a lot you can do with it. The color story to me when I first saw it was kind of like gross. And then when I got it, I was like, wow, you can do a lot with this. I really love that shade, Sleep Paralysis, that's all over the lid over here. That burgundy shade, I am 100% living for. And I'm glad I got it. I paired them both sides with MAC Honey Love, a neutral lip. But I really do think it's a pretty cool palette. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. Let me know which eye you like better, the colorful one or the neutral one. This is pretty similar to a look I've been doing all week with the Tati Beauty palette. Like I said, I don't know if it's taboo to be mentioned them in the same one. But you can definitely create this look with the Tati palette. You cannot create this look with the Tati palette. But I love it. I think it's great. I really think that they sold us on an experience and not just a palette, with the whole series being involved in them picking it out, all of the packaging, everything. I think that they sold us on, and I think that they sold us a whole experience. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a collector's item. It's really a great formula. I don't know if it compares to the regular Jeffree Star formula, if it's better, if it's worse, if it's exactly the same. It is a awesome formula. I think that there's a lot of people who want this palette, and a lot of people didn't get it. But I do know that they did say, I think, that it's going to be part of Jeffree Star's permanent collection. So it will be available again, you guys. We don't have to break the internet every time. So, I think that it was the most anticipated and the biggest makeup launch in makeup history. And I really was very invested in in the series. And I've been following Shane Dawson since God knows when. And I did my best to just be objective and non-biased, but Shane is, as he portrays on the internet, a sweetheart, and I'm a sucker for a sweetheart, you know? So, it is what it is. I am like a little girl on Christmas morning right now, just to have this sitting on my desk with me. So, in conclusion, if you want it, get it as soon as you can. Get your hands on it, girl. You're gonna really want it. It's very unique. The experience of it is very unique. I know a lot of people didn't watch the series. They don't know who these people are. They just like the palette. And that's fine. But it's very grungy. Very unique. I think that it can be duped with several other palettes. I don't think that there's another palette that has all of these shades together in it. They did that. They really did that. Bye.